Welcome to Marvel Champions Recap. Our heroes face a dire threat. The mansion is under attack and needs rescue.
Hey, Megan, wait up!
Hurry, Vic, I'm late for class.
Knock, knock!
School's out, suckers!
The mansion is under attack. To me, like snap.
Quicksilver, be careful. We don't know who we're up against.
You worry too much, Gwen. Nothing is as fast as me, and besides, I'm getting bored playing it careful.
Hey! You heroes walked right into our trap! Prepare to get crushed!
The Xavier Institute is under attack by the Brotherhood of Mutants. Each player receives one face-down encounter card. Our heroes engage the villains on the basketball court. Each ally and minion gains toughness. Pietro plays a tic-tac-toe while the villain monologues, all the while boosting his height perception. Gwen Stacy puts on a web bracelet and goes unflappable. Flipping into action, Gwen becomes Ghost Spider and accesses the situation. Ghost Spider attacks and knocks off Blob's tough. Blob schemes for 2 with a boost card. He puts 4 more on the main scheme, making it 6 out of 14 threat. He then lunges at Ghost Spider, dealing 3 attack, but Ghost Spider easily moves out of the way. She triggers Unflappable and draws a card. Meanwhile, other parts of the mansion are under siege. The villains construct a master plan to increase their chances on sieging the mansion, adding 4 more threat. Suddenly, Mystique transforms in front of you. It will be hard now to attack the Blob. Mystique's shapeshifting makes her all manner of trouble. Ghost Spider travels to the Web of Life and Destiny to help her in the fight. She sets up an energy barrier and equips an electrostatic armor. George Stacy is on standby to help her daughter. Pietro decides it's time to stick to itness. Signaling his ally, Negasonic Teenage Warhead comes to join the battle. Pietro becomes Quicksilver. He and Negasonic Teenage Warhead thwart off metamorphic mayhem and see past Mystique's trickery. Quicksilver uses his super speed to then remove 2 threat from the main. The main scheme goes to 7 out of 14. The Blob tries another attack on Ghost Spider. 2 attack with boost, doing 4 attack. Ghost Spider defends using her energy barrier, resulting in her being unharmed, redirecting a damage to Mystique, and taking off tough. She is unflappable and draws a card. Electrostatic armor deals 1 damage. Ghost Spider responds with a phantom flip, removing 5 threat of the main scheme. Her web bracelet triggers, drawing her a card. Dizzying reflexes make her ready again. Mystique back kicks Ghost Spider, dealing her 2 damage and bringing her life to 8. The Blob sees Quicksilver running back and forth. He attacks with 2 and a boost, but Negasonic Teenage Warhead defends for Quicksilver. Negasonic's tough comes off. Toad hops onto the basketball court. A mob mentality almost begins, but Negasonic puts an end to it with her powers. Suddenly, Quicksilver finds himself exhausted. Crisis of Infinite Deadpools gets shut down by Negasonic and has to fall back. Then, Quicksilver powers up with his friction resistance. Using the friction, he stick-to-itness to ready. He attacks Toad for 1 damage and super speeds to ready. Quicksilver, having some time to kill, and plays tic-tac-toe for 2 resources and heals Ghost Spider to 10. With his last action, thwarts for 2 on the main scheme. Ghost Spider punches Toad out, then Ghost Spider exhausts George Stacy to put a ghost kick underneath him, and with her last resource plays Night Nurse. The battle continues and 3 threat goes on the main scheme. Blob lashes out on Quicksilver.
Why must you move so much? Coward, fight me, or are you scared?
Oh yeah, so you can squash us like a pancake.
But Ghost Spider defends for him. Ghost Spider plays Defiance and discards the boost card. She is unflappable and triggers her web bracelet, drawing 2 cards. Electrostatic armor deals 1 damage and she dizzy reflexes to ready up. Blob is furious and charges at Ghost Spider, attacking for 4, but Ghost Spider steps away while using her energy barrier to do 1 damage to Mystique. Mystique punches Ghost Spider in the stomach for 2 damage. Avalanche shakes the ground and stares down Quicksilver. Blob reaches his boiling point to do a total annihilation with a total of 4 attack. Ghost Spider gets punched into the concrete wall and is stunned.
Ha ha, got you!
Then Mystique is Homo Superior. Shaking off the last attack, Ghost Spider gets help from Spider-Man Peter Parker. Getting serious, Ghost Spider equips her other web bracelet. Night Nurse heals Ghost Spider and removes stun. Spider-Man Peter Parker attacks Avalanche and takes Tough off. Ghost Spider readies and attacks Mystique, which takes her Tough off. Somehow, Quicksilver stole some laser swords and... No, don't ask me where he got them.
Gwen, check it out. I feel like Luke Skywalker.
Where did you... Oh, never mind.
He is living dangerously and smirks at the villain. He attacks Avalanche and knocks him out. He begins to friction resistance to stick-to-itness and readies. The adrenaline is pumping as he speeds off to smack Mystique for 5 damage. Blob takes a few seconds to regain his stamina. The threat increases to 5 on the main. Blob picks up a huge boulder and whirls it at Ghost Spider. But Ghost Spider uses her defiance to throw off his
Better luck next
concentration and defend against his attack. Web bracelet triggers, and she is unflappable, drawing 2 more cards. This decks out Ghost Spider, which gives her a face-down encounter card. The electrostatic armor deals 1 damage. Dizzying reflex readies Ghost Spider. After responding to the defended attack, Ghost Spider will Ghost Kick Mystique for 6 damage and bring the Shapeshifter down to 1 health. Mystique slashes out at Ghost Spider, but Quicksilver defends and takes 1 damage. Quicksilver uses his super speed to ready. Blob stomps towards Quicksilver, but Ghost Spider defends for him. With amplification, his total is 4 attack. Ghost Spider takes 1 damage and gets stunned. Her electrostatic armor does 1 damage back to Blob. Blob embraces the dark dealings and schemes like there is no tomorrow. The resulting scheme is 6, thereby putting the main at 11 out of 14. Infiltration has been on the heroes' minds. Knowing Mystique can shapeshift, Brotherhood beat down triggers, but Blob is the only one in position to throw punches. Ghost Spider is already stunned. Immovable Blob activates on Ghost Spider, but Quicksilver defends for Ghost Spider. Quicksilver takes 4 damage and is stunned.
Yeah, I felt that one.
Pyromaniac unleashes Pyro onto the battlefield.
This is taking way too long. We can't do this forever. Oh, did I do that? Sorry. I just want to see the big battle at the end. Shh. I'm trying to watch the movie.
Ghost Spider plays an energy barrier and a ticket to the multiverse. She travels again to the web of life and destiny. With technology on her mind, she plays another energy barrier. Then she repurposes a depleted energy barrier, readying herself and giving her +2 more attack. Ghost Spider attacks Blob and defeats him. Another Brotherhood mutant takes his place. It's Avalanche. Now, looking at all the options, she decides to assess the situation. It's time for a hell of a ride to Ticket to the Multiverse.
Hell yeah!
Ghost Spider readies all ghost cards and shuffles back her discarded cards to her deck and draws her hand size of 8. With her new supply of cards, she will again assess the situation for another +1 to her hand size. Then she swings in on the tough Avalanche and knocks it off. Seeing an opening, she repurposes another energy barrier to ready and go to a total of 6 attack. Ghost attacks the villain for 6 damage and responds with a ghost kick doing another 6 damage. This triggers her dizzy reflexes and readies Ghost Spider. Her web bracelet triggers and draws her a card. Wasting no time, she attacks the villain again for 6 damage, responding right after this with another ghost kick doing 6 more damage. Finally, her last web bracelet draws her a card. Quicksilver plays a tenacity down. He now has a combined total of 3. Pietro and Wanda join together to become superpower siblings. Feeling an urge, Pietro becomes Quicksilver. He wastes no time and exhausts to get rid of his stun. Friction resistance is used to stick-to-itness and ready. Quicksilver, with determination in his eyes, decides to put an end to this battle and goes maximum velocity. His stats increase by +2. He uses all 3 adrenaline rushes, increasing his attack by another 3. Laser swords, combat specialist, reinforced sinew and symbiote suit gives a grand total of 13 attack. Quicksilver goes balls to the wall and claps Avalanche for 13 damage. He then super speed and readies. The next villain hops out and instantly attacks Quicksilver. He decides to take it like a man, undefended. Toad hits for a whopping 7 damage after amplification. His slime makes Quicksilver discard a random card. Quicksilver's sister gets revenge on Toad and knocks off his tough. Quicksilver attacks for 13 damage. Friction resistance accumulates around him so he can always be running. He strikes again, bring the villain down to 6 health. Friction resistance to once again always be running. Quicksilver smashes Toad and destroys him. Finally, the last villain scampers out. Quicksilver uses his double time and knocks the tough off and deals 2 damage. He quickly utilizes friction resistance to always be running. He readies and deals 13 damage to Pyro. Using his friction resistance, he shows off his tenacity and readies, swinging in on Pyro for 13 more damage. He friction resistance again to ready and bash Flame Guy for 13 more damage. Quicksilver using the last strength he has, friction resistance to tenacity, his final attack onto Pyro, dealing the final blow and saving the mansion.